We've got kind of a first look here at defeating Giovanni when he's got his Shadow Aricuno lineup, and you could say first look again, because obviously this was actually the very first Pokemon that he started with having a Shadow Legendary, basically, was Articuno. That would have been back in November-ish of 2019, but anyway, you saw that we did a switch right away out from our Glaceon here to the star, I guess, of this Persian fight. Now, we say this Persian fight, I've covered this so extensively, but this one because it has Scratch. And so if the Persian has Feint Attack, again, we've covered this so many times. I mean, every time we fought Giovanni, I fought him for every single lineup. We talk about it, but essentially the fight is very different if it has Scratch versus if it has Feint Attack. So for Scratch, something like this, you know, Galarian Stunfisk is obviously dope fresh, dude. This thing resists like crazy, but you probably would actually, it's kind of weird because you can opt for Rock Slide like this one has. I actually didn't really have a choice. I'm going to explain that in a second, but Muddy Water is kind of one of those moves that you would break the shields a lot faster. You just would do hardly any damage after you've broken those shields. It does also have a chance to debuff the opponent, so that's kind of nice. So the trade-off with that is really good. It also costs way less energy. You know, you can do like 3 or 4 Mud Shots and already have your Muddy Water right there, whereas Rock Slide obviously going to take a little bit more. Rock Slide is going to be good, though, against potentially Articuno, so that's kind of another reason to have that if you're looking into the future. And you can see right here, before losing our Galarian Stunfisk, we were able to actually switch out and go in with that Glaceon right here. So just to kind of explain what I was talking about before, I didn't have a lot of options. Well, this is an account that's level 34. We are going to do this kind of with my main accounts and everything within the coming day and week, etc. You could see, though, that the Glaceon right here, the fact that it's within the Ultra League caps kind of makes that so, but like you saw that just essentially one Avalanche, that was all it took, and down goes the Nidoking right there that was in his middle spot. Essentially apply that if he has some kind of ground type, you know. Again, this is the first look, so even I actually don't know if he still maybe has his Garchomp. Did he potentially go back with Hippowdon? We're gonna find that out, you know. And I'll make sure to update the top pinned comment and everything. Glaceon did actually just get a little bit of bonus damage. I wasn't really looking for it to do much right here going up against the Articuno. We are gonna wait for that top middle part, that cooldown for the switch. We do want to be able to switch out to provide us a little bit more time. For those who don't know, if you're super beginner and stuff, we talk about this too, but the Team Go Rocket side will stand still every time that you use a charge move or they use a charge move, or whenever either side switches out, whether that's by a switch like this manually or just by fainting, that works too. And so you can see our star actually for the Articuno fight is not really going to get a lot of time in the spotlight. That was going to be this Empoleon, but the Articuno is essentially DOA when that Empoleon goes out, so I didn't even really get to use it a whole lot. It would, though, have double resistance to Articuno's fast attacks, being that Articuno is ice. Empoleon gonna double resist that, so that was why I chose that. We're gonna have a lot of options, though, you guys. We are gonna tackle this from all different kinds of angles. Next up, we are gonna use a level 40+ account, but that's why this was just the first look. Click an end screen, and thanks for viewing.